back to
but it's
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our special guest in the house. We got Big Brother Jake. What's going on, sir?
Yo, what's good with it, man? How y'all doing?
Good. Why don't you introduce yourself, Big Brother Jake, man, so the people in the East Coast get to know who you are?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on the show, y'all. Of course, my name is Big Brother Jake. I'm from Los Angeles, California, West Coast in the building.
West Side?
Yo, son, what is Bond?
He got that Brooklyn blood in him.
Kid, more than life. But I'm the host of the Big Brother Jake podcast. I'm on the Podcast One Radio Network and now down with Social Nostra. I have my show coming out on Social Nostra real soon. I've been in the radio game for 21 years. I worked for the LA Clippers, the LA Kings, worked for the LA Dodgers with Vin Scully, traveling all over the place. That was a fun time. But I'm just a broadcast vet and a single dad, and I'm looking for one of those mommies out there on the East Coast, you know, like, what's good with it? Like,
you don't want none of these crazy women over here, man. Come on, stop it now, man. They crazy.
They all fake out here, bro. I mean, you want the women out there, man. You know, go to Washington Heights or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like,
you're looking for the
yeah.
You want the smoke.
But hey, listen, man, it's changing over here too, man. They're not as natural as they used to be. A lot of supersized mommies out here.
Oh, I like supersized anything, bro.
BBWs.
So Jake, I guess let's start with your military background. First of all, thank you for your service to this country. I truly appreciate it. Where were you stationed and what branch you were with?
I was in the U.S. Navy. Go Navy.
All right.
Operation specialist stationed on the USS Kitty Hawk that's now decommissioned out in San Diego, Coronado Island, which San Diego, man. Y'all got to check that out if you've never been to San Diego. Ooh. Anyway, but yeah, I started, I was in Operation Southern Watch and been to the Middle East a couple times, did some tours over there. But it was some of the best times of my life and some of the worst. But I loved serving my country, man. That was probably a highlight, man. I learned a lot, met a lot of great people. And without the military, I don't even think I'd be here right now because that paved the way for a lot of great things in my life, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, that's interesting, Jay, because I want to stay there for a second because you transitioned once you got home from the service, you pretty much went into the radio game, right?
Yes.
Were you taking any courses or any type of training in the service to prepare you for that next move?
Well, no, not really. I mean, I used to MC events we have on the ship, you know, talent shows and stuff like that because I like to talk and I like spotlight on me, you know. But I ain't gonna lie. But that guy to start the shit at a party, you know. I don't know if y'all curse on here, but
no, we do. Go ahead, Jake.
Fuck yes, that's dope. After I did my time in the service, I went to this place called the Academy of Radio and TV Broadcasting. It's a trade school. I have a degree, but it hasn't done shit for me. You know, it's just a $2,000 piece of artwork on my wall. But I went to radio school and I honed my craft there. I was always the guy that used to be like the live mixer at the parties. I used to DJ, but I hated that shit. But I would like live mix the instruments and stuff so people could perform. I was doing that like at 10, you know, at the block parties and shit. Wow. And then I parlayed that into a radio career. But I went to radio school and I had a job before I graduated, you know. So that's how I did that, man. And the rest has been a wild ride, bro.
But let me ask you, so you were able to finagle the job. Were you prepared? Do you know what you were actually doing, or a lot of it was kind of learning on the go?
That's a funny question. When they say fake it till you make it, I faked the fuck out of that. You know? Like I'm a fast learner. Like if you show me something like one or two times, man, I'll put it down. But like when I got the job with Westwood One, that's where I started. I was just observing, man, like doing anything they wanted me to do off the clock, on the clock, so I could learn. And then even with the Dodgers, when I got that job, I didn't know how to set up a live like broadcast, like remote broadcast. I just said, yeah, I know how to do it. So they're like, oh, okay. So when I got the job, like the interview with the Dodgers, they had the whole setup there, and it was like, you got 20 minutes to set this up, and I'm like, oh shit. How am I
They really put you on the
What?
spot. Damn.
That's like a scene from Mission Impossible. Dad.
For real, yo. So I was like, okay, let me do this shit. So I'm like, how did I set up the block parties? So I went to that. Boom, I got the job, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Like there was radio school didn't prepare me for a fucking thing. Like all they did was they took my money, my GI Bill, and they were like, good luck. You know, so I had to make shit happen on my own. But again, because I'm a fast learner and I observe, I was able to do what I needed to do, ask questions, and I've suckered a lot of people out of a lot of money.
But not for nothing.
Yo, Jake, keep it on the low. Don't let them know.
The way I see it, the degree that got you in at least. It might not show you nothing, but it got you in. Would you agree on that or not?
Well, I got the degree later on in life because I thought
okay.
video. You know, I was like, I'm not do this no more.
All right, so forget about what I said, man.
That's okay. That's on me. I kind of misled you on that. But like, you know, I thought I wanted to go back and do a normal job because you know the entertainment game is it's some bullshit sometimes, man. And I get tired of it. 20 years of this shit. It's like, man, same party, same people, same liars, same crooks, same thieves. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And then as like I think a month in, I'm like, yo, I need to go back to radio. This 9 to 5 working in a cubicle thing ain't working for me, bro. So the trade school degree got me everything.
Gotcha.
The degree didn't give me shit. I mean, you know, I'm the first one in my family, so it's like, hey, got a piece of paper. You know, my mom's cool with it. She's happy. Yeah. Whatever, man. It's still I still got divorced after it, so it don't matter. So
hey Jake, I got to tell you, man, you wear a lot of hats, but just hearing you speak, man, you sound like a radio personality. Like your voice is beautiful. You have a radio voice. But what hat do you prefer? Because I know you have engineer, producer, and your podcast. What's your thing, man? What do you prefer?
I like all of them, and I'll tell you why. Because I'll get bored doing one thing. Like I could do on-air stuff, you know, be a podcaster or on-air talent or whatever, and it's fun. But then it's like I like to be like Quincy Jones. Like my friends call me the Quincy Jones of podcasting because I produce so many podcasts for people between the Rose City Sound Radio Network or Podcast Network. My man at Nightcast Media, Nick Hamilton, you know, Sirius XM, I do stuff over there. So I like to be in the mix. Like this isn't a job for me. It's a paid hobby. So I love everything I do. I love to mix audio. Like I'm that guy when I'm at a wedding or a church or whatever. I don't really go to church that much anymore. That's probably why I'm going to help. Like, I'll hear the audio and I just get mad because it sounds like shit. Mm-hmm. So then can I help? And they're like, people got egos. I'm like, no, I'm helping you. But like, I love doing all of it. But if I had a gun to my head, I think because I've started being behind the mic a lot more, I kind of like this side now because I've done everything there is to do on the other side, man. You know, so but this is you get to talk shit and have a good time.
I see you talking, and it's crazy because the Lou, you know, the question was, but I see you talking, and you just sound so passionate about all the hats.
Oh yeah.
So you know, his question was perfect because I was about to ask you. You just sound passionate about what you do, and that coincides with the 9 to 5 that you said. You said the 9 to 5 ain't your paid hobby. That's gonna be my thing right now. Your paid hobby. That's the line right there, man. That's awesome.
Chris, you're forgetting the fact paid. It's just a hobby for us. My man Jake's on another level, man. Let's get it straight now.
But the people don't know it. No, the people don't know. Fake it till you make it, man. What the fuck? Have you learned nothing in the last 10 minutes?
If you fake it doesn't come away. Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
I'm telling you, that's the thing. Like with things, the way things are now, especially in LA, people are wild out here, man. Things are going on. I don't be going out as much as I used to. So like my sanctuary is like my home studio. And like, well, now crypto.com arena, that shit's forever staying, you know, but like I love what I do so much. I would do this for free. Like I really would, because I was doing it since I was 10, setting up like PA systems and, you know, mixing audio, making music, producing beats, I got like instrumental albums. Like I like to stay busy because if you're stagnant, man, like you'll just shrivel up and die, and you won't be able to like grow, So I like to do different things. It keeps me alive, man. So we can always parlay something into something that's paid. We just got to put in the extra work. It was a little hard because I got married very young, so I had to do everything like, "Hey, baby, is it okay?" And I had to wait. If I didn't have that, I think I'd have been even bigger. Like I'd have been way more successful because the support system is everything, man. A lot of people realize that if you don't have that strong support system that has your back and supports you, I'm not talking about yes men, because yes men, they're stupid. They just want to get something.
That's not. Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, but like if you have somebody that's like, "Hey, baby, do your thing. Come home when you come home. I got you." That's important, man. I couldn't have done that without people that have my back. And yeah, the passion is there, man, because I love what I do. I walk in the Staples Center. I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna walk in the Staples Center every time, and I look, and I'm like, how the fuck did I get here? Like, I'm so humbled by it, man. Or when I get asked to do a show or something, like it's fun to be on the radio or a podcast. Fun to mix. It's just fun to do it. It's not a job, man. This is fun. Like, why the hell? That's why I got passion for it, because I would do this for free,
Yeah.
So,
Jake, stop saying that, man. You're gonna hurt the bag. No, but Jake,
they know what they're getting, how much is going.
Yeah. They're gonna hit him up. Hey, yo, Jake. I need something set up. I'm looking for that free. You do it for free, right?
What the Italians say is on the brunch, What I was gonna...
I'll do it for free, but me driving out there, me setting it up costs the money. See, that's a thing.
There you go. They got to get you out the house. They got to get you out the house first.
You can't leave the house unless it's for a good friend, for food, for sex, or to get paid. Like, you don't leave the house unless you get those things. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So you mentioned the Dodgers earlier, and you got to work with one of the most iconic figures in baseball. That was the Vin Scully. How was that experience? Was that dude was just amazing, so calm, so smooth,
and he's the guy that he is, that he shows on TV, and he's just one of the most amazing people I've ever been around. I'm gonna tell a quick story, man. Like, the first time I met Vin Scully, we were in Mexico City playing the Mets in a exhibition game, like spring training, and the elevation in Mexico City 7,000 feet. I'm an asthmatic, all right. And there's no elevators at this damn stadium we were going to. It's a soccer stadium. It was like an old stadium. So I had to carry all this shit, 7 flights of stairs, concrete, hot as shit, no air, no inhaler. I get to the top floor, drop my stuff, bam, fall face first onto the floor. Wow. I passed out. All of a sudden, like, I feel like cold water being poured down my neck, and I hear, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Am I dead?" Vin Scully, God, like, it was Vin Scully, bro. He brought me back. He saved my life in Mexico City, and that's how we met. And so,
what?
Get the fuck out of here.
But I could just see it play out. It must have sounded like God. Are you all right, son? Because his voice is so majestic.
You're all right. I'm like, shouldn't you be in a broadcast booth but yeah, so he saved my life, and I set up all the radio stuff, and we did a simulcast, and from that day on, we became really cool with each other, real tight. And so working with him, I just learned a lot, and he was just patient.
I hope you were tight, because he saved your life, Jake. What the fuck, man? There's no other option.
That's the Godfather now to the kids,
Exactly. But yeah, just working with him day in and day out, being on the road with him, going to hotels and plane rides. It was just like a treat just to be around him, breaking bread with him sometimes when he was, wanting to go out, and he'd call, "Hey, you want to go?" Hell yeah. I don't care what you do. You stop what you're doing, and it was just a pleasure, man. I learned a lot from him because he's so patient, and fake it till you make it. I would fuck up a couple times during the games, and he was so patient, like, "Yeah, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it." And he didn't have to be like that. He could have been like, "Fuck, get this guy out of here." But nah, nothing but class. And last time I saw him was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was out at Dodger Stadium just doing some stuff, and still the same guy. Like, hey, how are you? You made it okay, right? No asthma attacks. Like, what with you? But it was great just watching him work. And I was just like, wow, I grew up loving this guy and I get to work with him. That shit was, I'm still tripping off it.
No, listen, let me tell you, you're in a position that many are I'm sure are envious of, because you work with an icon, a true icon.
I was blessed with him, man.
Absolutely. So so how do you transition from doing the Dodgers to going to the Clippers? Was it the Clippers or the Kings first?
I did Clippers and Kings simultaneously. Look at them big ass words. Cum laude, bro. Yeah, so I had a small like transition in between, because I had 2 stints at Fox Sports Radio. Like I worked with Stephen A. Smith. I worked with a whole bunch of great people, and Stephen A. That's a whole other. I love him though. He's a great guy. But I wanted to get out of like the traveling and the play-by-play stuff for a minute. So I went back to radio, being a producer, being an on-air sidekick, mixing audio. And then I was like, I kind of like working for a team, you know? So I went from there, did the desk job thing for 4 years, but I still kept my feet in radio, still doing like stuff at Staples Center. Then I'm like, I want to get back to it. And so as luck has it, I'm going camping, which I fucking hate camping, by the way. That's some dumb shit. You know, and my ex-wife, she's Latina. I'm like, why the fuck you want to go camping? Why are we paying to be homeless? And we're about to lose phone reception, and I get a phone call. And it's the people over with the Clippers and Kings. Like, they were on a conference call, and they were texting me, hey, call us ASAP. And I knew the guy, Brian Blackmore. And I'm like, okay, shit. I call him like, Brian, you good? He's like, where you at? I'm like, I'm on my way to like Bakersfield, man, like Yosemite. I'm about to lose phone reception. What's good? He's like, look, don't go up the hill. I have the broadcast heads of the Clippers and Kings. They want to hire you. The guy that was there, he went into depression, didn't want to do it no more. I said, yes, I'll take it. And they were like, we didn't even tell you how much. I said, I don't give a shit. I'll take it. Like, I don't give us a fucking dollar. I'll take it. And so they were like, no, let's negotiate. I was like, I'm telling you, I'll take it, because I was at home all the time. I was battling with my ex. We weren't having a good time. I just want to get the
he wasn't happy.
Yeah, it wasn't happy. So getting back to that, I was like, yep, this is where I belong, man. And I missed it. And so like everyone I work with, we have a good time, you know, and it brought me back to life, man. It like brought my spirits back up. All my close friends were like, dude, you're back to yourself, man, you know? And so that's how that happened. And
you can see it. You light up. You light up when you talk about it. You light up. So how long you been with the Kings and the Clippers?
I'm in my 4th season right now. 4 seasons.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. So I've been doing that 4 years, and it's been fun. I've got to work with Hall of Famer Ralph Lawler. And my man Noah Eagle, his dad is Ian Eagle, works for CBS Sports.
Yes, okay? Legend too.
Yeah, he's a legend, and he's funny as shit. He was running DMC, you know, group in Queens, you know. And so his dad is real cool. And Noah, he's only 24, but you swear he's like 50. Like, I come to him for advice. I'm 45. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, like working with them, it's been a blessing, man. We legit have fun. We're dancing to the music, you know, and he's a young guy, so like I feed off his youth, you know. I still got it. I'm not that old, you know. Don't let the gray fool you, ladies. Don't let the gray fool you. I don't know.
It's a state of mind, brother. It's a state of mind, man.
Chris, before it slips me, he's Jake's a legend in the making. He's the first African American to produce and engineer LA Dodgers baseball game, the LA Clippers and Kings. First African American. We're looking at a freaking legend here, brother. And it's no wonder you've been around all these legends, brother, because you're destined. This right here, save this episode. It's gonna be worth something later.
I thought he was Puerto Rican, man. I'm like, yes.
Hey, listen, he does look like Roberto Clemente a little bit. He looks like Roberto Clemente.
Well, let me tell you, you know how many people think I'm Latino, and it's okay, you know, it works to my advantage sometimes. But yeah, when then they hear me speak Spanish, be like, yo, ¿cómo estás? They're like, yeah, your fucking accent's trash, bro. They're like, I'll tell you a quick story. I was in East LA, right? And like a lot of the essays don't get along with black people. But I know, like, you know, my head shaped, I look Latino, mainly Cuban or Puerto Rican. I get it all the time. I'm half white. All right. And so I was at the taco stand and I heard these guys like talking shit on me. And like they call me on my yate, like nigga. And like, why is he trying to talk black? He's Mexican. I'm like, yo, I'm not black, bro. I know Spanish. My step grandpa is Mexican.
Oh shit!
I mean, that's how I know what the fuck you wanted. Beer. I know. The time my kids spent, my ex-wife, she's Salvadorian, so we spoke Spanish to our kids. So yeah, I get it all the time, bro. Everybody, you know. But yes, it's an honor to be the first looking Puerto Rican but African American.
I don't want to go by that real quick. What Lou said, man. Big ups, man, and that's a great accomplishment. And listen, at the end of the day, you know, me and Lou, we go back and forth, and you know, in the sense of you know, when you're Puerto Rican, we're made up of three races, man. You know, we got the Taino, we got the African, and we got the Spaniard. You know, and most of us, some of us, you have the more percentage than the others. Yeah. But so anytime I hear anything like that, man, it fills me with joy. So salute, man, and I didn't even know that, man. That's awesome. Lou, you gotta share this information with me before we interview you,
well,
man.
If you attend pre-production,
I'm stupid right now.
Jake,
before the show,
I'm the motherfucking talent.
Jake, he only comes for the donuts. He doesn't pay attention to anything to being said. Just the donuts. That's all he eats.
Well, I get it. Sometimes you gotta eat, bro. You gotta eat.
Yeah, but you also gotta stop sometimes too. He doesn't stop. No, Jake, man, listen, man. Jake, it's true delight having you on, man.
Yeah, man,
I wish you nothing but the best. I don't want to take too much of your time. It sounds like you're really
man, I got all day. What am I doing today?
Yo, listen,
as long as you want. I want to keep going.
All right, let's go. Let's keep on rocking out.
I got a day off today, man.
Which sport do you prefer?
Oh, I love basketball, man. Basketball's my shit. Like, I love baseball. Baseball's like basketball and baseball is like 1 and 1A. Like baseball, you know, I grew up playing baseball, and my high school career ended when I couldn't hit a curveball. I was like,
wow. It's gonna be hard.
Fuck, I'm out. You know, I was a catcher. But baseball, what I love about baseball is, you know, you can enjoy the time at the ballpark, you're chilling with the family. There's a lot. It's like chess, not checkers. You know, it's just the strategy involved and. Just love baseball, but basketball, man, like, God, I grew up a Laker fan. Magic Johnson, Showtime Lakers was my thing. And, you know, it was just a great time to watch him. And then Kobe comes into LA and Shaq. And we've been spoiled in LA.
No,
man.
You have. You really have.
With teams like, I know, like Knicks fans and Nets fans are like, man, shut the fuck up. You ain't won in 3 years. You know, Spike Lee's still talking about that.
I was this close to saying it. I said, you know what? Let me let him live, man. I understand.
Jake, you just hit it on the head. Even Spike kind of quieted down. He's like, all right, come on, man. Let's just get out the first round.
Can we stop showing the Willis Reed coming out the tunnel? Can we stop doing that, please? Like, I get it. But damn, that was 1970?
It was
73.
Like, what the fuck? Let it go, man. Build all them teams in the 90s with Oakley and Mason, you know, and John Starks. How the fuck y'all didn't win a championship? Because the way y'all played ball back then, you know, just bodying people and fucking up Miami, beating their ass, making them bloody. How the fuck y'all didn't beat the Houston Rockets when OJ's fucking Bronco was on the TV at the same time? That should have won. Man, don't get me started on that shit. I was cheering for y'all because I got a lot of friends from New York, man. You know, a lot of my Puerto Rican homeboys, man. My Puerto Rican David and Mark, shout out to them in Atlanta now. But like, you know, but yo, son, how come New York can't win, son? I'm like, I beat Olajuwon, but Ewing couldn't stop him. Like, yeah, man.
I'm listening to Jake here. I feel like I'm on the corner of Bedford Avenue. Like, damn, why you opening up those old wounds, man? That damn John Starks.
Yo, B, why didn't Starks do better, son?
Listen to Joe. Why is he shooting all those threes? Drive.
Did you see the game yesterday?
What, the Clipper game?
Clips against. Were you working or?
I was there. Yeah, I was there, bro. That was an exciting game, man. Let me tell you about the Lakers, man. They're trash, and I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm not saying that because I work for the Clippers. Because I had to delete a whole bunch of stuff when they interviewed me. Like, oh, Clippers suck. Fuck the Clippers. Oh shit, you know. So, I felt like two of them, but I was like, no, y'all got them back. But yeah, that game was exciting last night. It was trash up until like the last 5 minutes. And the thing about that game was, like, I thought Anthony Davis was gonna make that shot. That dude is fragile though. And then Carmelo, the injury too. Yeah. I was like, oh, aha, you know.
That's the worst.
It was a hell of a game, but it was like 70-30 Laker fans there. You know, it's like, that's what happens, man. And Laker fans are like the most obnoxious fan base next to Raider fans and San Francisco Giant fans. Like, you know, just obnoxious. Like, I won't knock the Yankees, you know, but like, I love Yankee fans because they're so fucking confident. Like, I love that shit. Like, yo, son, what you got on that beat?
Jake, when you're paying $1 billion, you got to be confident, man.
As a Dodger fan, I know that now. It's pretty heavy too, bro. Like,
whenever the Yankees, I know what you're saying, because whenever the Yankees go play the Mets fans are. You lose a Met fan, I'm a Yankee fan, but the Met fans are they're nasty people, bro. They bad. They hate the Yankees, man.
Let me tell you a story, man. We was getting off the bus. We were in Manhattan. We used to stay at the Westin in Manhattan Midtown.
Okay.
And there were Mets fans that were like waiting for us to get off the bus, and man, they would talk shit. Like, man, fuck the Dodgers. Like, you out here all the way in Manhattan. Why don't you take your ass back on the stick, bro? We ain't scared of you.
That's some hate right there, man.
Flaming Hollywood, you know, rhyme with maggots. You know, I want to say the word. Shit to us. Like, but you're the one that got on the train, came to Manhattan to talk shit, and we're just to see 5 seconds of people walking off the bus into the hotel. Shut up, man. But I love New Yorkers, man. Y'all are some cool motherfuckers, man. Because I don't give a fuck, man. And I love that. You guys are walking everywhere. We can't do shit like that in LA because it's so spread out, man. And LA is just a pocket of cities. A lot of people don't know that. Like, everyone's like, oh, LA, it's Hollywood. No, it's pockets of cities that become one. It's like 52 boroughs as opposed to 6. You know,
exactly.
It's like,
five. Don't give us 6. You got 5. Come on, Jay. Do your homework, Jay.
Listen, Jake's in the West Coast and he's more informed than you. What are you talking about? Are you serious? Listen, I love when I come across a Californian because they are so lax, and it's like, it's so refreshing. It's like they're not in a rush. Like, you know, when you deal with New Yorkers, you're always in a rush. It's like, where the fuck are we going? We're just gonna go back home. But when you deal with it, like, dude, we'll get to it. Relax. It's cool. I love it.
That's the thing, because like out here, like, what I like about New York, you know, people are like, man, like walking around like pissed, man. Go get you egg and cheese and enjoy breakfast, man. Like, take in the sights of this beautiful city you live in. But like, you know, how could you be mad when it's Christmas and you can barbecue in your shorts? Like, we got it out here, man. You know, we got LA, you got the beach, you got the women, the palm trees. You know, we got murder out here too, under the palm tree. So some of the projects look real nice compared to like, you know, Bronx. And then you're like, man, this is hot shit. You know, oh fuck, you know, get on by the sea. But like, but we chill out here because we're not in a rush. Like, what's the hurry? Like, we're stuck in traffic all the time. So I guess that's why we're chill. We have time to calm down, and then when we get out the car. But yeah, man, I take life slow, you know, because I almost died last year. I had a staph infection and autoimmune deficiency that I have, and I almost died. Wow. And it's like, I ain't trying to go. I got 3 daughters, man, you know, and they depending on me, you know, because I gotta be, you know, dad. So like, I take my time with life, and especially living out here, like, there's nothing to be mad at other than the fucking gas prices. Like, it's some bullshit. And the taxes are high, but I'll pay that sunshine tax, you know? It's just a beautiful place to be. And I'm chill, but when I go back east, man, because my dad, he grew up in DC, but we used to go to New York all the time, bro. So like I adapt, I changed my mindset, you know. Like I'm gonna still sport my LA shit, but like I'll be out there, I'll be walking fast, you know, like get out of my way and shit. Like you know, but like out here, I stroll, you know, and it's funny, like there's a lot of New York transplants out here. So when you're walking, like, yo, son, get out of my way. Like, what the fuck you in a hurry for? Like, you know, here's the thing I don't like about New Yorkers. I'm gonna say this, you know, y'all mad, it's okay, you know, but oh shit, my Zoom got disconnected. But like, I hate when New Yorkers say, yo, out here, son, out here. Yeah, I've been here 35 motherfucking years. It's not home. You're from LA now. Like,
yeah, you gotta adapt. You gotta adapt.
You know, like if I'm out of New York in 2 years, I'm a New Yorker, whether I like it or not. That's just how it is. But New York and Texans are the same way. You know, back home, this is home. You live here 47 years. Going back, you don't want to shovel snow and shit. I get it. You know, I used to do that shit too. But yeah, we cool out here, bro. Like, why we mad? Beautiful women, beautiful weather.
No, hey, Jake, you're not lying, man. You guys definitely have a beautiful setup over there, and you're finding more New Yorkers going over there. The only thing is just it's expensive to live. But if you're set up, you got the right job. Shit, why stay in New York? You know.
I mean, look, I love New York. I was in Bed-Stuy for 3 months, and I was like, I can't get a good fucking taco out here. Like, a car drive. Like, and it's like I had a car and it stayed in storage for 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm like, take the train. But the funny part is, like, my cousins had never been to Manhattan before. I was the first one to take them to Manhattan.
Get the fuck out of here.
I swear to God. I'm like, y'all really don't leave the borough, do you? They're like, nah, son. Like, you know, this is we don't go to Manhattan.
That's an island, man. That's an island. You gotta take a boat.
People, son. You know?
That's for ID, man. That's for ID when you go over there. We don't want to go over there.
So I get it. Like, you know, I don't really go to Hollywood that much. You know, everybody thinks, you know, all the LA people go to Hollywood. Nah, we don't go there. Like, I take my friends that don't go. You know, or I'll go to the record store and meet the records and get some.
How far is Hollywood from where you at now?
About 20 minutes.
Oh, it's right there. Okay.
Yeah, it's not far from where I'm at. You know, I'm like on the outskirts of LA in a city called Pomona. I'm like 20 minutes away from everything, man. It's just perfect. You know, they would call it the New Jersey of California because it's like it's nice and it's real industrial out here. You know, you know, you're on the turnpike, like, oh man, I did have shit. Fucking smokestacks and shit.
I was in LA. I'm in Jersey. What's going on here?
I feel sometimes, but yeah, you know, that's I was the first one to take my cousins to Manhattan. They've never been.
Crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But you know what? You do hear it often over here in New York. A lot of guys just stay in their own little area. They don't kind of like venture out. But Jake, before I'll be remiss if I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
Any funny NBA stories that you can share? Well, first of all, what's your exposure to the players? Do you have opportunities where you guys cross paths, or it's kind of like you're in your own area?
Well, since COVID happened, like they've kind of blocked me off from the players. I used to be in the locker rooms all the time. I do have a funny Kobe story. This happened, man.
Let's go.
It almost got me kicked out of like Staples Center for life.
No.
Yeah, God bless Kobe. You know, he's the best. I was talking with a constituent of mine. We were courtside. It was really early. I set up all my gear because I was doing might have been working for the Knicks that day. Which, by the way, when the Knicks they're in town for Saturday, as I know we're taping this, but like every time the Knicks come to town, it's New York. You know, like
is it really?
Yeah, man. They fill up the stadium, and it's every time the Knicks score, it's like a home game, man. It's like
really.
I didn't know they had that effect over there.
Oh,
I know in Miami they do because you got a lot of transplants over there, but I didn't know in LA.
Really? Every time the Knicks play the Clippers or the Lakers or the Islanders or the Rangers come and play hockey, or the Mets or Yankees come to town, it's like all of New York come out.
Oh, wow.
But not to, man, you got to keep me focused because I was
No, Jake, we appreciate it. Brother. Go ahead.
Squirrel!
Bring him back. Bring him back.
So it was right around the time Kobe was going through all that shit in Colorado.
Okay.
And he would always get to the arena early and shoot around. And so I was talking to my boy, and I got a loud ass laugh like a hyena, man. Like I'm loud, like my voice carries and shit. And my boy said something like, "Ah!" like cracking up. Kobe stops dribbling. He walks over to us. He's like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Hey, Kobe, what's good, man? How you doing, bro? What's good with it? What's up?" I said, "What's up?"
No.
Like, "What's up?" He's like, "You motherfuckers need to shut the fuck up." I'm like,
What?
"Excuse me?" You can play an arena with 20,000 people and not get distracted, but I'm laughing and I distract you, man. Shut the fuck up. And I walked away. And all of a sudden he's like, "I got something for your ass." I'm like, "Oh, fuck." So I went to my broadcast area. I took off my credential and I tucked it in. And the PR guy, John Black, at the time, he walks up. He's like, "I'm looking for someone that looks kind of like you. Told Kobe to shut the fuck up. If you find him, bring him to me. He's banned from the arena for life." I was like, "Man, I'll look for him." Yeah.
Me and you here. I'm gonna look for that motherfucker, and I'll let you know, sir.
Jake is like, "I'm on the case. I'm on the case."
Exactly. So I was like, "I'm on it, man." I looked for him, and I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get." So I like ducked down, went to like the media dining room down below Staples, and I guess one of Kobe's people had saw that happen, and they came up to me and was like, "That's the guy," and I was like, I know I'm not him, but I'm looking for him. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know where he is. But when I find him, I'm bringing him to y'all." Like, fuck, man. And then the last time Kobe was at Staples Center before he passed away, before he got killed, I saw him there, and I was like, "Hey, I just said what's up." I didn't want to like bother him because he's with his daughter, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Hey, man, like a couple of years ago," he's like, "I remember you. I remember you."
No.
Yes, I remember that, bro. And I was like, "I just want to apologize. I didn't mean that." He's like, I was having a bad day, bro. I was going to court and I just got off the private jet and I was going through shit and we dapped it up. It was cool.
Yeah.
And
but it's true. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Jake. Go ahead.
No, that's cool. And then I flew to Maui and went on vacation in Hawaii. And that's when I found out he passed away. And I was like, "Oh, fuck." And so I'm glad I got that, So
Oh, wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
But yeah, you heard those stories about Kobe that he was like a machine. Like he didn't forget anything.
He doesn't forget shit, and that's why he was so good at what he did. And it wasn't until he retired that he mellowed the fuck out. Like he was real cool. Like he would take pictures with people, autographs. He never used to do that shit, And so yeah, man, it's so sad how all that happened. But yeah, man, that was the craziest thing I can remember. With NBA players, I got a lot of baseball stories on you.
What's the funniest one? Take us out on a really funny story. The funniest one that you always share, your go-to story.
My go-to story. Well, I got two that I can condense real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
I was on we were leaving Colorado, and we usually have two buses. Like there's a first bus for the people to finish first, and then you get the second one. And Kevin Brown, Yankee fans remember him.
Yes,
okay?
Yeah.
He was a Dodger too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the phone with my wife's like, "Hey, yo, we're flying to Cincinnati. Just want to let you know, blah, blah, blah. How you do when you marry and shit." And all of a sudden, there's a cell phone ring. This motherfucker Kevin Brown's popping his neck, popping his knuckles, can never sit still. All the fucking roids. I don't know what the fuck. He's weird. So as he's sitting there, he hears the phone and he's like fucking trembling. And he turns around, "Hey, is that your fucking cell phone going off?" I'm on the fucking phone, right? I'm on the fucking phone. And I'm like, my cell phone's not going off. I'm talking to my wife. Like, that's the phone up there. And he's like, "You better turn that shit up." I'm like, I'm on the fucking phone. And so he's like, "All right, my bad." And then he turns around and then the bus driver comes on and he fucking ripped him a new one. But the best story, God rest his soul, Jose Lima, one of my favorite people in life. Lima time. Love him. He came to the Dodgers and fucking everyone loved him, right? Great guy. We were in St. Louis for the playoffs. And his wife, Melissa, everyone knows his wife, big, she's very well endowed, sweetheart, and he is like, "Hey, bro." I'll call everybody bro. He forget names and shit. "Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I need like $4,000. Like, what the fuck? Do you know how much I make? I make like a game, bro. What the fuck? It's like, I said, why do you need the money? He's like, my wife won't let me gamble. I said, I can give you 1,200, my per diem for the whole fucking trip, but you better win that interest. I want some interest on that. Like, I'll double your money. Bro, I'll double your money. You look Dominican, so you're a brother. Don't tell Melissa that I borrowed the money. I had my cash, so I was like, I make my fucking money. If not, I'm coming for you at the game check because I know when y'all get paid, I'll be at your fucking give a fuck. And so he comes, did Jose hit you up for money? I'm like, Melissa, listen, he did not hit me up for money. He's not even here. You should go back to the room. It's across. Our room was across the street from like the casino. He's like, he's not even here. If he was here, I would tell you. And this motherfucker like walked right by. Got your money, bro. And she's like, you fucking asshole. Why are you lying for him? You lying about everything else for him? Oh, I got caught up in it, man. But yeah.
You should have told her, it's the Dominican code. Come on, we gotta look out. It's a mi mano.
I get it all the time, bro.
Oh shit.
And I love it though. It's all right. I love me some Puerto Rican women though. I ain't gonna lie. Love them to death, bro.
Hey Jake, man, this was a lot of fun, a true delight.
Yeah,
man, I want to have you back on later on. I want to because we did Rod earlier, so I'm running out of time on the Zoom call. But
I took all your time. But hey, look, I love to have y'all on the Big Brother Jake podcast too.
No,
man.
absolutely. You let us know when we're there. But all hey. Right. Again, thank you, true delight. I wish you nothing but the best. And before I let you go, plug where folks can find your podcast, and anything you're working on.
All right, so yeah, if you want to check out the Big Brother Jake podcast, you can go to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Pandora Radio, Podcast One, and soon Social Nostra because we're all family now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can find it on all digital platforms, all streaming platforms, and usually come out on Tuesdays, bro. So yeah, keep it locked.
Yo, this was fun, Jake.
What's up?
Jake, take care, man. And you come to New York, I got to show you the best taco trucks out here.
Oh, word. I'll be out there hopefully in November. So, yeah, we'll link up.
Okay.
We just have to take a boat and go to an island called Manhattan. But they're there, though.
Gotta be what is mine.
Come on, son. Yo, take care, Jake, man. True pleasure, bro.
Later, bye.
Easy, homie.
All right, bye.